Babe, wake up! TitanFall 3 just dropped. What? Really? Well, kinda. Empulse is the newest movement shooter from the same devs behind Splitgate 1 and 2, which openly draws heavy inspiration from TitanFall 2 and Black Ops 3. Curious to see what it's like, I played a couple of hours of the free demo as an avid The Finals player and got what I expected. A solid movement shooter, but one that has some fairly large issues and is definitely not TitanFall 3. So today I'm going to go over what I thought was good and bad about Empulse, along with discussing its biggest competition, The Finals, how it fares against it, and what are some other games that are closer to being TitanFall 3. So what was good about Empulse? To no one's surprise, the movement, except for the grapple. The wall running was pretty smooth and felt nice. The jump/double jump/jetpack felt like it was pulled straight out of Black Ops 3. The sliding felt a little gimmicky but was overall really smooth and turned quite nicely. The slide cancelling and bunny hopping combo was good as well. Jump pads were solid, speed boosts were dopamine inducing, and everything flowed together nicely. No wait, I've used that. Luscious. And everything flowed together lusciously. Empulse's most unique feature, paint grenades, which stands for something, are really well made too. For context what these paint grenades are, they're essentially an impact grenade which leaves an area of effect zone that provides anyone in it with a certain ability, e.g. speed boost, boosted jump, healing, slowness, etc. In my demo footage, which is seen right now, all of those orange splotches are the speed paint, which gives anyone who passes through it a boost in their movement speed. Having that instant speed on command is so lovely. I honestly reckon that the speed paint grenade could work pretty darn well in other games too. The Finals, maybe? Besides the movement, the game did have some more good to it. Operating the mechs felt pretty good, and I liked the selection of abilities that they had. They felt as strong as they were meant to, and definitely played into that super weapon role, which is what the devs directly wanted to do, hence one of the reasons why this is not actually TitanFall 3.
So in this game, it's a little more arcadey. The mechs are more like power weapons. So just as in like a Halo, you would fight over a rocket launcher to get that power spike.
There's no mech battles, and only 2 of them spawn in at a time, yet they didn't seem to be too high in demand. I'm not sure why, but yeah. I 100% prefer how mechs are played in Titanfall, yet it's still cool to have them. Back to what I was saying, the mechs are enjoyable to operate, but there needs to be some proper entering and exiting animations for the mechs. Doesn't have to be as grand as Titanfall, there just needs to be something. Empulse is also doing something really unique for modern day gaming. They are removing microtransactions and battle passes. Excuse me, what? Yup, no microtransactions, battle pass or store.
That's it, there's no store, you just buy the game.
It's kind of weird to hear those words in 2026, isn't it? So that's everything good about the game. Now it's time for the bad. The worst thing about Empulse, in my opinion, is the gunplay. The time to kill was chill, although some weapons definitely need balancing, and the game is launching in early access, hence the lack of weapon variety. But if you weren't a fan of the way Splitgate 1 or 2's weapons felt to shoot, then you ain't gonna like Empulse's gunplay because it has been ripped straight out of those games. I mean, it's made by the same people, so it's not piracy or nothing, but I think people were hoping for something at least a slight bit different. In case you didn't play Splitgate 2, or forgot what Splitgate 1 felt like, Empulse's gunplay is very basic. Okay, very basic. There's no recoil. Well, there might actually be a tiny little bit, but it's not noticeable in case there is. There's no sights or ADSing, no visual changes to the attachments you equip, very little to no bloom on the weapons, lack of great distinction between the weapons, everything is hit scan, and there might not be a headshot multiplier. Correct me if I'm wrong though. It makes every weapon easy to use and holds the point and click statement true. Now I know that it's an arcade shooter, and I'm pretty sure the gunplay is meant to be basic, but Titanfall had reasonably complex gunplay, and you could quickscope one-shot someone in Black Ops 3. And as someone who has sunk thousands of hours into Siege and hundreds into the Finals, where both games' gunplay is rarely hard but miraculously satisfying, it becomes challenging for me to enjoy something that is the bare bones of shooting mechanics. Like bro, Shell Shocker's gunplay is more intricate. It's the exact same situation I found myself in when playing Splitgate 2. Now like I said in the beginning, the movement is good except for the grappling hook, which everyone has and gets 2 to 3 charges for your information. Now I'm not sure if many people have the same opinion as me here, but I found the grapple to be a bit stiff and too rigid. Its length/range could have been higher as well. Like it integrated nicely with the rest of the movement, but I just didn't mesh with it super well. There's a very good chance that's because I'm a grapple light main in the Finals and have gotten very used to the extremely smooth and natural feel of that sexy grapple. Empulse's grapple feels like rope, whereas the Finals grapple feels more like Spider-Man's web fluid, if you get what I mean. I'm not saying the grapple in Empulse is extremely bad, and I didn't mind it, but it wasn't crazy. One more thing about the grapple. I did like how you can grapple onto players, and if you do this to an enemy and get close enough, you automatically one-shot them. That was pretty cool. Other than those two things, there isn't too much other bad stuff when it comes to Empulse after you accept the fact that it is not TitanFall 3 and is going into early access. I mean, the skins don't look good. Okay. okay. That's kind of a nice skin. That's kind of a nice skin. And the color palette does seem a bit bleak. Maps could use a bit more life and personality, and by taking away battle passes, it means that they're going to have to implement some strong ways to keep people playing. Yes, this is a genuine reason why people will play a game. And for my final, more smaller, section of today's video, Empulse's competition and what else is closer to being TitanFall 3. Well, Macro has a video on searching for the TitanFall successor, which is worth a watch if you're craving something closer to TitanFall or something with fast movement. He goes over games such as Diesel Knights, Shatter Rush, and Ghost Runner. But what I reckon is Empulse's biggest competition, and is also extremely underplayed, is the finals.
But Retro, the finals doesn't have movement and it's bad anyway. All you do is destroy stuff and get crushed by fat dudes.
You're wrong. Whilst movement isn't the main focus of the finals, it is a key element which often gets underlooked. You have the grappling hook, dash, jump pads, zip lines, shockwave, and other gadgets at your disposal. Most of the movement is restricted to the medium and more so light, but there's a lot of movement tech out there hidden underneath the table. And okay, I know there's no wall running and jetpacks, but can you imagine wall running on a falling wall due to the building collapsing? That would be so goof. Wait, hold on. That would be fire. That would be fire! During my Empulse stream, twitch.tv/RedSquares, by the way, I decided to run some finals for the last hour to have a direct comparison. And yeah, I preferred the finals.
But that's just because you've played them more.
True, but the finals also just felt way smoother and more dynamic. And with Empulse's very basic gunplay, I can see it getting stale rather soon. The finals is free too, so give it a shot. I promise you, I am not affiliated with Embark in any way, nor do they pay me. They really should consider it though. So yeah, that is Empulse and not TitanFall 3.
Still gotta keep praying, boys.
I did enjoy my time on it and had a good bit of fun, but I won't be picking up the full game, at least not for a while. The free demo lasts until the early access launch on the 24th of June, and if you have any questions or feedback, let me know. Anyway, with all of that being said, thank you for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day.